Dig with your ish YouTube. I seem to be making a lot of video responses, and I'm still using my webcam because for some reason the battery on my camera is charge, no charge, charge, no charge. I'll bring it into town tomorrow and see what it's doing. Anyway, this is a response to Tom on the global case. Your video about elderly people. Well, I'm not terribly offended and peeved by the elderly in general. There was one time, and it happened recently. My mum and I had to go to the doctor's, and there was a queue of about 5 or 6 people who'd been waiting there for an hour. How an hour delay? We had an appointment. They had appointments, and they're still sitting there an hour later. So I don't know how that happens. It really baffles me. That sort of thing peeves me. Misorganization. You have a structure in place. That's the way it's meant to be. And if it doesn't work, fix it. Don't just leave people sitting there. But that's the health system. Yeah. I don't know how it is in Australia, but Irish health system, you're better off staying at home. Anyway, elderly people. So we've been sitting there about a half an hour, and it's now about 1:45 in the afternoon. And this guy in one of those electric wheelchair things comes in. He's probably in his late 70s anyway. Goes in, wheels himself into the reception and says, "Oh, I have an appointment for 10 to 1, and I am here." It's like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll tell the doctor you're here." "Okay, thank you." So he sits there and he proceeds to tell most people that are waiting ahead of him that his appointment is at 10 to 1. So he repeats this a couple of times, and then when the patient comes out of the patient who is in with the doctor comes out, uh, he then proceeds to wheel himself right up to the doctor and go, "It's 10 to 1 now. I have an appointment with you. It's 10 to 1. It's my turn. It's my time. Let's go." And what else can you do? The doctor can't tell him, "No, sorry, we have to wait." Um, some of the patients ahead of him said, "Well, we're ahead. We've been here for an hour." It's like, "Yes, but it's 10 to 1. This is my appointment. It's 10 to 1. Time to go." So what can you do? You can't really argue with the man. He's old. He's probably the oldest person there next to the doctor. So the doctor takes him in. 5 minutes later, he comes out with his prescription or whatever it was that he was getting done, and wheels himself out. And we're all just going, fair play to him. But at the same time, F him. I was here before he was. But I was saying to it, I said it a couple of times in the 2 hours that we were waiting to get into the doctor's, is that, you know, someone should just come in and say, "Look, it's now 4 o'clock. My appointment is at 4 o'clock. Screw you guys, my time." But that's just a bit mean. It comes across a little confrontational and a little self-centered and arrogant. But at the same time, people like that, if more people did that, it might actually force people to fix the system and figure out why there was an hour delay for everybody else ahead of them. So, a little bit of a rant. I don't know how long this video is because 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. I don't usually like using my webcam. The sound on it isn't great, and I apologise if you can't hear me or understand me. But this is just my little tyrant and escapade. I haven't bothered to read the comments below your video, simply because I read the first few and it's just kind of like, well, blah 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 blah, blarky blarky blarky, rabble rabble rabble, and so on. So yeah, no. I might read them and post a typed comment, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, love watching you guys. Keep up the good work. And if I could make a suggestion, do something you've never done. That's the challenge. Something you've never thought you'd ever do. Whether it's, while we're on the topic of old people, go and volunteer at an old folks home for a day. Or buy some food for somebody. Do something charitable. or do something completely off the wall and go bungee jumping, or I don't know, drive a car blindfolded. I'm not saying you should. It's kind of a bad idea. If you're going to do it, have someone seated behind you, someone, a seeing person sitting beside you, tell you what to do. Just saying, it's one way to do it. Anyway, I'm now up to 5, 6 minutes. Gur Malgud, Slán go fóill.